Okay. So today, I'm going to talk on the Stream API. Like we have almost completed filter, map, and little bit talk about the reduce, like terminal operations. Okay.
Yes.
So generally, this terminology say, hey, you know how to work filter and map and reduce. So let's talk little bit about this reducing part. What do you mean by reduce? And Java Stream API reduce is considered as a terminal operation, right? And all filters and map considered as a intermediate operation.
Okay.
So let us example like we have a star, a number. Okay. Yes, I'm going to start a screen and say, hey, filter whatever number is maybe not even number, then you can say map, and just double it. And then we are thinking to reduce. Okay. So how do you know this is reduce is also one of the functions, right? So let's talk what is this reduce and what do we what is the reduce function, what do this, right?
Okay.
So you know what is the reduce function and why we are using the reduce and what is the purpose of reduce? Because these are the standard. Yes.
I worked on in this past, like first based upon this number, like identity. I think there is no value of this, or might be there is some significance. Identity have some identity. We can also write one over here. I used this, but now I forgot like what was the main purpose.
Okay. So let's understand why we use the reduce. So let's say these are the my numbers. Okay, these are the my numbers, and our questions, our problem, all the even number like here even number 2, even number 4, even number 6, even number 8, right? And just say double it. Double it means this is the 4, this is the 8, this is the 12, this is the 16, right?
Yes.
And then I want to sum them. I want to reduce means I want to sum all this number and reduce in the one-to-one number. Okay. Here initially we have a input 8 number, right? And filtering pass out and reduce some number like 1, 2, 3, 4 number skip. Then we have only 4 inputs, right? And in this reduce, I only want to get only one number of the sum. Okay. So here say filter means just skipping some number. Okay, that's great. And map means just transformations. Whatever our number, just double it. We are not skipping any number. But reduce say here all the output, whatever the number we have map, I want to reduce in the maybe single output or multiple output. So generally reduce are used to combined, you can say, sum or product or max or mean, all are considered as a reduce operation. Is finally we are reducing our source of data to respected reduce value, right? Concise value, combined value, right? So here, our example, we are going to filter out all the even number and double it, and after that I'm saying, hey, I want to sum of them. In generally in our pure mathematics without any programming language, let's think how we'll do sum. Let's see, this is our filter number, this is the filter number, right? And this is the double it 4, 8, 12s and 18. So how to sum it? Generally, I am going to sum this 4 and with a number 8, 8. Okay. And then I get a number 12, right? And after whatever the result, I again going to add the another number, right? This 12, right? And whatever the result, this result become a 24, right? 24 again plus this number 18, right? So our objective, get first number 4, okay? And then whatever the result, on those results, we can add another number, right? Next number. After sum, whatever the result come, then again sum the next number, right? Whatever result come, and that result we again add the another number. Okay. So this is the objective. So here reduce function, notice required the kind of two parameters. One is the identity function, another is your operation. Here I want to operation plus. Plus means plus is your binary operator. Notice plus is your binary operator. Plus means we need a left hand operator and right hand, two operators, right? To work on that. So here you can say what is the left and what is the right. These are two operators. And this should be plus, right? So due to that, if you are going to apply this plus function, that means your function take a two input parameter, right? This is the maybe A and this is maybe B. You have write a function that take a two input parameter and internally you are returning sum. So here I am going to write a function. Hey, this is my function that take a two input parameter, and what the logic they return, they are returning just plusing. So question, what this two parameter means? What is this total and this is the element? So here in this case, our element initially let's 1. Our total means let's here two initially 2. And why I say what? Let's talk about the identity function. Identity function is that whatever the number you have, and if you apply the identity function for plus is the 0. Why? Because you are going to add any number with the 0, you are getting the same number as identity number, right?
Yes.
If our for the operation like multiplication, I want to product them and multiply them. So in this case, our identity function cannot be 0. In the case of multiplication, our identity function will be 1. If we have a 2, 2 multiplied by 1 return the same, right? So identity functions are those value, whatever they pass input, the same output return due to the identity. So here we are going to reduce as plus operator, sum operator. So for sum, our identity value would be, initial value would be the 0. Due to that, here say, hey, go with identity value as 0, right?
Okay.
So what the like here, let's give we have a number like a 2, 4, 6, and 7. So in this function, our identity function is the 0. Initially, this is the identity function 0, 0, and 0, and then you can say here element is the 2. Okay, and once you append, it's become a 2, right? The 2 become your total. So now next parameter, this is the total 2. And what is the next element? Next element become a 4. Again you plus them. Plus them is 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 become a 6, right? The 6 come again total. Total is the 6 number. Next element again come as a 2. So always you can say sometime total, or you can sometime carry, or sometime you can say. Same is whatever you are calculating with the identity function. Okay, identity function 0. So 0 plus whatever the number, you can say this will become your same number. So initially because initially for stream you get 1 by 1 value. At a time you cannot get a 2 value. Problem is that stream only give at a time 1 value to you, right? But you are going to apply plus operation. A plus operation is a binary operation. You need a 2 number to plus, right? In the plain mathematics, you can look, hey, this is the plus 2 number, you can do. But stream API, you cannot take two number directly, right? Stream
Yes.
give only one number at a time. The first time you get the only one number. Okay. So question is that this is the my first number one, and what in the plus operator, what is the next operand would be. So initially think let's go with the some identity function. Initially I don't know because plus is a binary operator and stream API give only one value at a time. I think I receive one number. Here plus operator cannot work on the one number. We need a two number, right? Two operate.
Yes.
Due to that, say, hey, let's go with the identity function. Identity function is the function just logically do something, but not impact any your result. But initially, 0 plus 1 equal to 1. But our plus operator successfully done. Once this done, that become our total for the next. Already this temporarily we are stored. Temporarily reduce restore. Already we have calculated the first total, right? And next times, whenever next number you receive, I am going to append with the next number. And whatever the result comes, again I am storing a carry forward. You can say sometimes carry forward concept, right?
Yes. So could we
So
go inside this reduce method?
uh,
Yes.
reduce this function.
Yes. Yes.
Here we are defining the definition of reduce function.
No.
Here we say
Just click control and click on reduce.
yes.
Yes, this one.
This is
Okay,
just
so it's a
same as the identity
abstract.
function and binary operation.
So binary operator means something is getting to be added in something.
So no, binary operator means this is the any operator that take a two operand. Okay, this is a plus is a binary operator. Division is a binary operator. Modulo is a binary operator. Minus is a binary operator, right?
Yes.
Means any operator that require two operators. This is the binary operator, right?
But here, like, what is the T over here then?
T means identity function.
Okay, then how we are going to write this? Like, if we go inside, could we go inside of this binary operator or this accumulator? Accumulator
Yes.
is something like we are adding some values to it, right?
No, binary operator means any binary operator means BiFunction. That means you are receiving a kind of a input, two input, and return one output, right? Here say I have a function add a comma b. We receive two input, and once you sum a plus b, return the result as a c, right?
C.
So this is the first parameter t. This is second parameter t. And this is the result value.
Return type. Yes.
So by function means our function take the input as a two parameter, right?
Okay.
And return the result. So here first two is the your input parameter and last one is your result. So generally for integer we have an integer and integer. If you plus them, always get the integer. Due to that they say t is the same number. Means ki float plus float plus float or string are same data type. Means here we are writing the binary function that take two input and both are the same type, right? In our case, we have this function. Notice this is the function.
Yes.
And even you can define own function here, maybe, right?
Yes.
As a maybe anonymous function or method reference. That means you are writing one method that take a two input. Both are the integer, right?
Yes.
And in the returns, you are saying, hey, total plus C. That means
So
here.
So yeah. So in identity, if I gave 2, then E will be the 2, right?
Yes, I'll explain. So let's in this way write my sum. Okay, sum is a function that take a two integer, comma y, right?
Yes.
And you are returning. So notice here, this is the integer, this is the integer, they return integer. And even here say, hey, don't worry. Here say, so what say?
Start.
So what you're saying? The reduce function take, hey, I need a one function that take a two input parameter and return the result as a integer, right? So here you can say integer our result. Okay, right? So here
Yes.
you receive two input parameter, return one result. So this syntax is same as which your binary operators, right? My function say I have a function that take two input and return one out.
Yes.
So here notice they have not defined any specific kind of a abstract method. Notice this is just functional interface, right? And here we can define, maybe if you go this by function have a t option. Notice they take a two option, two input and return one result. So this is a by function. Okay, the by function I can implement it. Hey, this is the my by function. Why? Because they take a two input and return the result, right?
Yes.
And the reduce function say, hey, I need your binary operation by function, but what would be the initial value? Because I am going to call this sum function, they need a two number, right?
Yes.
They need a two number. So here logically first would be your carry or initial value, second your element, right? What the element you receive from the element. For understanding, right? This is
Yes.
your carry number or this is your element, and just return the result. So here this is the only work at the first time. So I go with the 100. I can write 100. So what do you mean? So give me the number I receive from this pipeline, right? Source of pipeline. Source of pipeline will be 2, 4, 6, right? So
Yes,
first
yes.
time you receive the number 2, right?
Two.
Element 2. So this is the element 2, right? We have a 2.
Two.
But what is the initial value? Initial value you can
100.
say 100. 100. So you receive
100
100.
plus 2.
You call here, they return 102, right? The 102 become the carry for the next element. You receive the 4, right? 4.
Yes.
What we have a carry here 102. 102 plus again say 4, right? So now it's become next carry for you 106, right? So
Yes.
this initial value say just for binary operator, what would be the initial value? We have to decide. Generally, for some, this would be 0 because there is no any impact, right?
Yes.
So that our result should be as expected.
Yeah, got it.
Is it
But
clear?
here, yeah, but you were saying some word related to offset. So what is this offset?
Offset, again repeat enough. Operand.
Yeah. No, operand is clear. Like operands are like values, but offset. Do we have something kind offset?
Here there is no such offset.
Okay.
Might be some different context I miss. But so why we are talking about reduce? Because this reduce is generally by default implemented by your library. Generally, very rarely we are going to use the reduce function, right? Because started class, you notice we directly use the sum function, right? Instead of
Yes.
map, here say you can say dot sum, right? In this, the same activities, this whatever doing manually reduce, this sum doing, right?
Yes.
First, notice whenever we have a list of integer, we cannot directly apply the sum. Question: why? Because we have a number, but we cannot apply the sum, right?
Yes.
Because sum is not a function defined in this string. Because they written this map return the string, and this string is not defined any sum function. Because this is stream not only for integer, this is stream for the maybe employee object, for the float, for the string. So the string, there is no sum, right? So due to this is the stream is not so specialized stream, so we cannot apply directly sum, right? So sometime you can say, okay, you don't have a sum, but I can write my own sum logic. I want sum to this, right? Just many places, sometime you have to write your reduce function to meet some specific purpose. Okay,
Yes.
but this sum function internally in the int stream API, they implemented the reduce like this, right?
Yes.
Is it clear? Reduce
Yes,
is
yes.
also terminal operation. Notice
Yes, yes.
they return not the stream, they return actually the types of value, whatever your types of value, right?
Yes.
Sometime these are the very you can say unique concept, but many developers are confused how we can use the reduce function.
So
Generally, we are
reduce can only be used for this
no, you
mathematication
can
purpose.
I can use reduce for anything. Here, business logic you can write. Okay, let's I am going to reduce for a string, but here we can do whatever the business logic I want, right? Because this is just function. They are expecting two input and what the next output could be. You decide, right?
Okay.
Here, whatever the business logic you want, multiply, division, string concat, joining comma, right? Whatever you want, right? So this is your choice. What kind of logic you want to put? Even if this is not a non sum, you can say this is the product. Okay, product. Whatever you want, right? Give the name function, right? You can choose product, right?
Yes, yes.
So this API is not a specific. You can say take what you are doing here. You are just do multiplication. There is no any kind of a hard you can say rule, because method reference is means code snippet. You are saying, hey, reduce function, just run my this code. And in this code, I want to plus, I want to minus, I want to append, I want to class concatenate, anything I can do, right? Maybe
Yes.
string joining you can do, right? Similarly, you have a function like join. Notice we have a function, one is the join. Okay, join function.
In the strings, we have this join method.
Right? So this is also kind of a joining, means look like a reduce. This is the look like a reduce function for the string, maybe joining the value, maybe comma separated, dollar separated, some prefix, some suffix, right?
Yes, yes.
So here maybe you want to join them. So instead of these joins are specifically designed for the string object, right? So even you can say, hey, map to string. Here say dot map dot string and now string off, and here say, hey, dot join in this, right? So internally joining operator specify like comma, whatever the minus something, right? In this.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll talk collectively that specialize one more reducer, but yes, you can write your own reducer like instead of this, right? Instead of say, hey, this is my reduce function, I want to just whatever the here say my function name is the join, right? Here say my function name is join. Okay, you write here join. You receive maybe this is the maybe string, right? Maybe
Yes.
this is a string. Let me just leave here whatever that was initially. So you can look the both. So here instead of that, I can write my own function. Okay, join, right?
Yes.
Join, and here say, hey, I am expecting one string, okay, and another string, and here say return string, and just say concat and return another string, right? Simply, right?
Yes, yes.
So instead of that, I can say, hey, I'm not going to reduce this. Say, hey, just convert Here you can, if you pass like dot reduce this way and pass your join function, your methods are not compatible, right? Because you are expecting a string, but here your map function pass was integer value, right?
Yeah.
So you can say, hey, let's I'm again transformation whatever the input number we have, just convert to the string. So converting a string, I have multiple options. Generally say a string dot value of function, right?
Yes.
Value of and pass whatever the element you have, right? So in this way,
Yes.
you can say I can now using the my reduce function, I'm able to join whatever the value we have, right? Maybe
Yes.
here say plus double quote like s underscore, right? Maybe, right?
Mhm.
Whatever the logic you want to return. If you run here, you are modifying the reduce function for the string joining, right? The similar things API do. So lots of customization the API given to us. What is saying? Join. No suitable method. Okay, not compatible. Okay. BiFunction. Correct. Here we have to pass some string initial value. Okay. Initial value. Notice here, this function are required the string and
Yes, yes.
initial value should be string, right? Because he initially while here getting the string, right? The string plus a string can concrete, right? Now you are getting value, but I am not right some s out, right? So let's say, hey, s out. Okay. Just write this code, okay, inside, right?
Yes.
So you get the value. Notice this way you can write, right? So now you have your own kind of reduction. Sometime maybe your existing API or method cannot serve the purpose. You should know, yes, I can write my reduce.
Yes.
You can define your maybe employee object, department object, any custom object you can define, right?
Yes, yes. I think it's very cool method.
Yes. Whenever you want to reduce something, means we have a lots of input you receive. I want to reduce the some result. Okay. In this case, generally reduce function, and this is reduce function are itself implemented by the collect method, joining method, right? All are internally they implement. Like statistics, max, min, average, all the integer statistics methods are internally implemented reduce function, right? Reducing your input data, right? Finding the maximum, finding the minimum, finding the average, all are the internally the reduce options. Yes. So you now it's clear how you can use the reduce by the whatever the function you want to do. Maybe whenever you are writing this like a method, you have your own control. Same thing you can use the like a lambda expression, right? Which we did previously, right?
Yes.
Like the reduce whatever the initial value and whatever the your maybe here your carry and your number and whatever the you want to do directly. Whenever you take some couple of practice, even you don't need to write like methods. You can just use the direct lambda expression, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it will also work. So the you can say this is the matter of the exercise you are playing. These API or methods are very open, and there is no rigidness. Just tell you define what you want, right? Just tell me your business logic, the code snippet which you want to execute. Just pipeline say, just I manage the your work. This is the you have created the pipeline for this function, function one, function two, function three. I just whatever the source of data, I read one data and pass it. Okay, inside the function, what you kind of function behavior you want, you define yourself. Just tell me your code of snippet, code of snippet, code of snippet. We can our pipeline can execute. So here, all this pipeline function and what they function do, you define, you give the code. Here I given my code, right? Here I given my code. Here I my given code. So this pipeline completely work on my code, what I want, right? But the pipeline is structured like a reading source data, passing here, passing here, passing here, and all the result accumulations, and finally reducing the value. Notice here, results are somehow internally accumulated, right? For the next call, right? Total numbers. So all
Accumulation,
these
accumulation means like we are
just
adding some values
uh,
inside variable.
right. Means accumulate means just temporarily storage, yeah, total, yes, sum, right?
Storage, yes.
Some temporary type because here I receive one number in the pipeline. Number go here, number go here, number go here, number go here. I have to some result here. This result I'm not passing anywhere further, right? So whatever the value calculated, somehow this going to store, right? Now again,
Yes.
next number come, next number come, next number come, next number come. So again, I need this next number to plus, right? So somehow this value are accumulated internally by your reduce function internally, right? So whatever your next number come, next number directly go to plus here, right? Next number come plus. So this temporarily whole. Once this done, whatever the result come again temporarily stored somewhere, right? Whenever new pipeline number come, go to the good, and again we are going to the plus, whatever I store temporarily we have.
Yes.
There are some basic infrastructure, how pipeline work, how data read from the source, how tables, and for final outcome, how they are going to temporarily store. Each and everything, this pipeline is defined by the JDK itself. But what pipeline do, what kind of business run, you decide, you share your code. Whatever the method, your business logic, our pipeline is behave for you, work for you, what the code you give.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So generally, these things as a reduce function, we should know, but generally in many applications, we are not using direct because the alternative, many API already we have, right?
Mhm.
So good example for reduce is the collect. Collect is a good example of reduce, right? So whatever the collect API is implemented, the logical concept behind this reduce. Okay. After reduce,
Yes.
the result would be maybe single number, or array, or map, or set, or partition, everything. That is the different form of your reduce. So finally, many places say, hey, our stream API is about the map, filter map reduce concept, right? Filter map and reduce. So
Yes.
reduce
Yes.
generally, our Java Stream API is not more talk about the reduce part. Instead, they more talk about the collect, right? Collect. Collect is the function which is the form of your redux, right?
Mm.
And always we notice that our stream is only work for at a time only one element. Okay. What do you mean by that? Means if from source they read one element and pass to the pipeline, right? Again
Yes.
read the next element, pass to the pipeline. It is not possible that they can read four data and pass four simultaneously, right? or two data read simultaneously. No. This is the way our stream is not designed. Just flow of data, flow of single data. But sometime I want to multi-threading, I want to parallelism, that is already taken care of. We'll talk later. But yes, that is support. But generally, by default, the nature of Stream API is go single flow of data. Good.
Yes.
So it's a kind of example. Even instead of writing this may reduce, generally we are avoiding to reduce this. Generally say, hey, say Steam. Okay. So instead of this, we are not more used to reduce. Instead, we have to use some different reduction. That is, you can say collect. Okay.
Yes.
So collect. So collect is also one form of your reduce. So you can say reduce or you can say collect. Both are the kind of a terminal operation. Maybe for each terminal operation. You can say for each look like, right? For each or maybe the dot reduce. These all you can say it is under the same all the terminal operation. Right? So depend upon our use cases. Rarely in our applications we are using this. In our application generally in the code base, we are mostly always prefer to use this collect as a reduce. That means
Yes.
what is the final outcome? Why I decide I am going to the build pipeline? Our objective, once we are flowing the data in this pipeline, do something, do something, do something. Finally, I want some outcome, some result, right? Those outcome, those results are collected by this collective or reduce operation. Okay. So all the intermediate operation done, then final our objective, I want to collect my result. What complete pipeline execution happened, then what is the final outcome, right? Those final outcome, you can say reduction or reduce or whatever the you can terminology use. But you can say Stream API say, hey, this is just a terminal operation. You can say reduce, for is, some, collect, max, everything is a considered as a terminal operation means result.
Yes.
Okay. So anything you want to talk more? Anything? So your Stream have a lots of functions, lots of API. Any specific things which you think we have more talk on Stream
Uh,
API? Before jumping to the collect part? Filter, map, reduce, sum, aggregate, statistics, recover.
I had used the limited things in the stream. Like basically, yeah,
Not
basically
really.
I was stuck with this terminal thing, not terminal, this method reference thing.
Okay.
So
Let's yeah. Just the method reference. Now it's clear what is the method reference, right?
yes, yes,
There
yes,
is
yes,
no any
yes.
kind of confusion. Everything, whatever you're writing code, this code may be different place. Maybe this is the code you can write inside a method, inside a class, inside an anonymous interface, any place. All are the same way, just different viewpoint you can see. Same thing you can view the different end, right?
Yes.
So, okay, a couple of things. So before jumping to that, last class, say like is, Yesterday, we study about the specific like int string, right? And that have a
Yes.
lots of this function like a range or something. But
Yes. Yes.
similarly, sometime I have a stream class itself, stream API also gives some kind of a stream. This stream API also given some kind of your uh, generator function, like is a range. Similarly, you have a generator function like iterate. Last class we discussed, first class, like you can also generate the
Yes.
loop. Means
Yes.
let's go. Sometime you like manually you write a for loop, right? In this, and you
Yes.
want to say, hey, I may start from the 10. I want to till 20, and I want to I equal to I plus kind of a 3, right? And here you want to some kind of a if let's say if I modulo 2 double equal to 0, then do something. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Sometime we can write such code in our case, right? Many places. Manually for loop, manually condition, some increment, decrement depend upon the variable, right? And some filtering, right? And after once filtering done, you want to maybe some transformations, right? Right here, say I equal to I plus 2. So notice these are the imperative style code generally many places we are writing. So whenever this code, someone say, hey, you can transform this code in a stream API, because here, notice there is no list, right?
Yes.
No
Yes.
collection. But someone say this code, you can write it in the stream API somehow, lambda function something. So you can, many developers say, hey, it is not possible because we were not in a list, we were not in a collection. So how I can use stream API here, right? You can surely
Yes.
do. Because stream API say whatever the for loop you can do, I can finally, if you look the concept, what the pipeline say? Pipeline build, and whatever the source of data you are associated, one data they read and pass here, right? One data they read and pass here. One data they read. Maybe this is the list, or maybe this is the collection, right? But
Yes.
sometime even we have not a list, we have not a collection, we have not an array. Still we have a loop, right? In the loop I can generate data. So here logically you are generating some number from 10 to less than 20, right? So logically
Yes.
it can look like a one array data structure like a data we have. So sometime you we should aware our stream API provide we can write this code in the stream API. The same code I can write whatever to 10 to 20. So here say I am going to start from 10, initial value 10, less than or equal to 20. I am going with the limit 20, right? 20. Or even you can just remove the limit. Here say, hey, this is the condition I want. This is the condition. So here say, hey, I have a condition I less than 20, right? Here condition. Here
Yes.
say I equal to I plus 3. Say, hey, this is the my I. Here say this is the my I less than I equal to plus 3, right?
Yes.
So whatever the here writing initial I equal to 10, this is the initial value. What is the condition? You can write the condition. What is the increment decrement? You can write the increment decrement. Here, if means filtering, you want to filter them. Say, hey, filter, filter this modulo 2, right? So, hey,
Yes.
whatever the I number, I want to filter like this, right?
Yes. Yes.
You want to double it. You're maybe double, your method call, you're converting from integer to string, anything here you can do, right? So maybe map, right? So map, whatever you are doing map, right? You are printing. Okay, just print them. So notice such code written in the normal imperative style, you can easily convert to the string,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So notice here filter, map, reduce everything is not work on any collection, not work on a list, not work on anything, but we still work on a simple loop. That this part known as a stream generator, right?
Okay.
Okay. And if you run, you can get both answer in the same way.
Yes. Sir, could we wind up class a little bit early today?
Yes, yes, let's leave the last. Okay. Notice this, you are getting the same kind of here. You are less than or equal to 20, right? So that you can get the value 2 right here.
Yes, yes.
Here's just demarcation. So sometime whenever you are working on the legacy code, sometime maybe good option. You can write simple imperative style code, right? Imperative style code here, and later you can convert to the streaming. Maybe this code initially very tough or complex someone, but this is very easiest and convenient way, right? But while
Yes.
you doing practice, you feel comfortable. This is also very easiest, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's now looking very easy as compared to problem. It's better option too.
Right.
Yes.
So initially, your question was that can we use filter and map on any number or any kind of without collections? Yes, we can, right?
Yes. Yes. You made
Okay.
my concepts of this filter and map and collect method very good.
Okay. So let's okay for the day. If you have any question.
No, no questions.
Okay. So okay, then we take care.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, one thing, sir, I needed to
Yes.
discuss.
Yes.
Sir, might be the Spring Security is the sessions that you took is from Spring Boot 3.
I think yes. Can you check? Yes.
Okay, okay. I haven't started, but I was thinking to like there were two
Yeah. Actually,
videos. One was like more than 1 hour, and another one was 2 hours approx.
yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. Let's. I think I have not remember, but yes.
Okay, but I was thinking like I need some guidance in JDBC template. JDBC.
Okay.
JDBC. Yes, yes. Yeah.